India news are emerging cyber threats that are expected to disrupt the year 2021. The ever-increasing use of connected devices, apps and web services in our homes will make us more susceptible to digital home break-ins. This threat is compounded by many individuals continuing to work from home, meaning this threat not only impacts the consumers and their families, but enterprises as well. Attacks on cloud platforms and users will evolve into a highly polarized state where they are either mechanized and widespread or sophisticated and precisely handcrafted. The coming year will see cyber defenders having to seek new ways to protect data. Sophisticated state-sponsored cybercriminals will increasingly hire other national cybercriminals to execute their agenda. There will be a blurring of lines between state and non-state threat actors as more players enter the hacking trade. Hackers for hire marketplaces have seen a rampant increase in activity, and this will result in more prolific attacks in 2021. Intellectual property, trade secrets and research data will be of particular interest to hackers. State-sponsored cybercriminals may also look to accelerate corporate espionage in support of their national agenda to create competitive advantages for local businesses. Especially transactional and user behavioral data will be high on hackers' target list. Secondly, there is a spike in AI in attacks. Hackers will likely install malicious code to manipulate algorithm behavior such as crypto mining malware that could turn machines into attack systems. Attacks will become more sophisticated with the rise of 5G, NLP and quantum computing, said some researchers. In 2021, deepfake technology will be more widely used to cause misinformation and corporate espionage. The technology will manipulate perception and trick victims into taking unintended actions similar to social engineering attacks, but could be much more insidious. Let's look into today's headlines in VAR-India. India may drop the e-commerce policy due to lack of consensus. The inter-ministerial group discussion on the e-commerce policy consisted of Agriculture Ministry, Corporate Affairs Ministry, Electronics and IT Ministry and Finance Ministry. The policy aims to provide the regulator guidelines on law enforcement, law and order, individual safety, security and taxation, and seeks disclosure on source code to monitor digital biases. India may scrap its e-commerce policy after questions over its rationale were raised by certain sections within the government due to lack of unanimity. Hackers publish files after government agency refuses to pay ransom. The hackers behind the ransomware attack on the Scottish Environment Protection Agency, that is SEPA, have published thousands of stolen files after the organization refused to pay the ransom. The cybercriminals are stealing 1.2 GB of data in the process. Almost a month on from the attack, SEPA services remain disrupted, but despite this, the agency has made it clear it would not engage with those behind the attack. Windows RDP servers are compromised for DDoS attacks. Cybercrime gangs are abusing Windows Remote Desktop Protocol, that is RDP systems, to bounce and amplify junk traffic as part of DDoS attacks. As per NetScout, attackers can send malformed UDP packets to the UDP ports of RDP servers that will be reflected to the target of a DDoS attack, amplified in size, resulting in junk traffic hitting the target's system, and it allows attackers with access to limited resources to launch large-scale DDoS attacks by amplifying junk traffic with the help of internet-exposed systems. Cisco warns vulnerability on its SD-WAN bugs faces RCE attacks. Cisco is warning of 3 command injection vulnerabilities in its software-defined networking for wide area networks, that is SD-WAN solutions for business users. Cisco issued patches addressing 8 buffer overflow and command injection SD-WAN vulnerabilities. Cisco is warning customers to update its networking software immediately. This vulnerability is due to improper input validation of user-supplied input to the device template configuration, according to Cisco. An attacker could exploit this vulnerability by submitting crafted input to the device template configuration. Majority of Intel products to be manufactured internally by 2023, said Gensinger. With the increased competition from AMD, Nvidia and other fabless semiconductor companies on embracing alternative processor architectures, the incoming CEO, Pat Gelsinger, who is taking over from Bob Swan, spent a few minutes during the conference call with analysts emphasizing that Intel will hold on to its manufacturing facilities rather than outsource everything. I am confident that the majority of our 2023 products will be manufactured internally, said Gelsinger. He said that he has had some time to review Intel's work on making 7nm chips. Those chips have seen multiple delays over the years, the most recent one in July. There will be strict foreign investment rules for e-commerce. While India was considering revising the policy after complaints from traders who accused Amazon and Walmart Inc.'s Flipkart of creating complex structures to bypass investment rules, the Confederation of All India Traders, that is CAIT, and India Trader Group, representing millions of brick-and-mortar retailers, said Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal has promised CAIT that the government will address concerns about alleged violations of the current rules. Earlier, CAIT had accused Amazon of violating norms of the FDI policy and FEMA. However, the US companies deny any wrongdoing. Facebook has been built for making their data strong but not for building products, says Signal COO. People are coming to realize that Facebook does not build products for them, but rather Facebook builds products for their data, Signal Messenger COO Aruna Hardar said while speaking on why the encrypted chat app Signal is better than the Facebook-owned WhatsApp, adding that from the user's point of view, the social network's policies are very difficult to understand. Signal has seen a spike in new users from India following the uproar over WhatsApp's new privacy policy. It has been among the top downloaded apps in India most of January. Cyber attack on GSTN portal raises concerns among taxpayers. The GST network, that is GSTN, the IT backbone of the goods and services tax, put out a tweet saying that it had detected some activity in cyberspace by unscrupulous elements, because of which some taxpayers may have experienced difficulties or delays in accessing the GST portal, which otherwise is working fine. GSTN portal stores highly sensitive information of about 1.25 crore taxpayers, many of which are very large corporations. Yesterday's alleged cyber attack incident raised concerns among many taxpayers on the robustness of the GSTN portal's security system against hacking attempts. However, the portal's 8-layer security system alerts any unusual activity, sometimes multiple logins from the same GSTN registrant. Updation of the UPI platform, users may face inconvenience, says NPCI. NPCI is an umbrella organization which operates retail payments and settlement systems in India, will be updated for the next few days, and that the process is aimed towards creating a better architecture for the growth of UPI transactions. NPCI has not specified the time it would take to update the system. The objective is aimed towards creating a better architecture for the growth of UPI transactions. The UPI platform will be under an upgradation process for next few days from 1 AM to 3 AM. Users may face inconvenience, so we urge you all to plan your payments, it said. There will be new computing over the challenges in the cloud, faster digital change, says Dheeraj Pandey. Dheeraj Pandey, who stepped down from his role as co-founder and chief executive officer of Nutanix Inc. last year after an 11-year run building the company to become a key player in the integration of compute, storage and networking, his departure comes at a time when the computer industry is transforming through yet another shrink cycle. With cloud in the last 3 to 4 years and what will happen in this coming decade, we are going to make it even smaller, Pandey said. We are creating a proliferation of clouds. There is a sprawl, a massive sprawl of cost centers. So we need yet another layer of software for governance to rein in that chaos. Hence, there is the need for the new HCI, a hybrid cloud infrastructure. In an ironic twist to the history of innovation, as the technology has gotten smaller, companies providing the key platforms have gotten bigger. To conclude, according to a report in 2021, businesses need to redefine cybersecurity strategies to include the mitigating risks that comes with the adoption of edge computing. When computing power and data is spread across a wide footprint, digital risk associated with perimeter defense, passwords and authentication, data storage, protection, backup and retention will present challenges by cybersecurity teams. Hackers will continue to pilfer intellectual property and public health data by deploying social engineering tactics to people working on COVID-19 related research. During this pandemic, we have seen a spike in the online transactions and e-commerce, and the expectations of the consumer behavior and payment preferences also evolved at an accelerated rate. This is of paramount importance in a world where resilient commerce through contactless interactions at scale is key. As a result, payments, processes and issuing banks must ensure they are technology-enabled and software-driven so that the financial products and services they provide are future-proof, ready for today and tomorrow. Finally, technology has made our lives easier, but it also has the power to enable lives, especially of the differently abled. Stephen Hawking is the prime example and inspiration of how technology can transform lives. We believe India has a lot of potential to bring innovative assistive technological solutions that helps people with disabilities to live independently. This competition aims to nurture the untapped potential available in our country, and this will lead to the rise of platform economy where the business leaders should be looking hard at the post-COVID recovery period. With this, let's wind up for the day, but do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. You can download the War India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned and have a happy weekend.